Okay, fixed my page, so here we are ready to go. All right, so I'm going to invest some time in distributing things out. So I have 4, these two multiplied together. This will give me a plus 8 over n times I minus 1. This, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to multiply this out. So good thing I know a minus b squared is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, because that's what I'm going to use. And keep parentheses here. So I have 1, and then I'm going to have plus 4 over n times I minus 1, so that's these two multiplied together times 2, plus I minus 1 squared, 4 over n squared. Okay, so I'm going to take the time to do more multiplying out. So I'm going to get 8i over n minus 8 over n, and I'm going to take the time to move this negative in, minus 1 minus 4 over n. I'm going to do two things at once here. So I'm going to take this and this. So this is the minus 4 over n times I. And this 4 over n times this negative 1 would be negative, but this negative, it makes it positive 4 over n. And this negative coming through gives me negative 4 over n squared. And now I'm going to take the time to multiply this out here. So I have I squared minus 2i plus 1. All of this is inside the sum. And notice I've left off the I equal 1 to n here. That's perfectly fine. All right, so let's see. So I could join together this 4 and this negative 1, so that'll give me a 3. And let's see what else can join together. So I have a 4 over n and a negative 8 over n, so that gives me a minus 4 over n. Then what else do I have? So I have 8i over n minus 4i over n, so that gives me plus 4i over n. And then I'm going to take the time to multiply this out, so I get a minus 4 over n squared I squared plus 8i over n squared minus 4 over n squared. So you're getting the sense that one of them is going to be harder than the other, correct? All right. So there's nothing else that'll join together. So now what I'm looking to find, or looking to use, is my limit and then pull in my sums. So let's pull in the integral. The original integral is integral 1 to 3 4x minus x squared dx. Okay, so that's going to equal the limit as n goes to infinity of this sum. So 2 over n. And I'm going to take the time and split this all up. So I have the summation of 3 minus the summation of 4 over n plus, I'm going to pull the 4 over n outside and keep just the summation of I on this one, minus 4 over n squared summation of I squared plus 8 over n squared summation of I, and then minus 4 over n squared. Okay, so now we're going to pull in what we know about the sums. N's going to infinity, 2 over n. Okay, so what do I know about the summation of 3 n times? So that will give me 3n. This, same thing, this is the summation of 4 over n times, so 4 over n times n, plus. Okay, so let's talk about this one. This, so let's carry along the 4 over n, and then this here is n times n plus 1 over 2. And I have minus 4 over n squared. And then this, we remember, is n times n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 over 6. Then I have plus 8 over n squared, the summation of I. Again, that's n times n plus 1 over 2. And then this minus 4 over n squared, and that's adding that up n times n. Okay, so now I'm going to take the time to multiply this 2 over n inside. I'm going to cancel as I go. So this will give me 6. So these two n's will cancel. So this will give me minus 8 over n. So as I multiply this in, let's see, those two n's can cancel. And I can cancel and get a 2 here. So I have a 2 times a 2, which is a 4 times n plus 1 over an n. Then here, cancel, cancel. So this 2 over n coming in will give me a subtract 4n times n plus 1, 2n plus 1, all over this n times this n squared n cubed. Plus. Okay, so a little canceling going on here. So this gives me an 8. One of these cancels times n plus 1. This n times this n gives me an n squared. Then finally this times here, so one of these cancels. So I'll get a minus 8 over n squared. We are ready to take the limit. So let's write it out one more step with just taking the highest powers. So I'll get 6. This will give us 0. So I'll just put it in there for effect, minus 0. This will give us 4n over 4n. I'm going to go super slow so everyone sees what I'm doing. Then I'll have minus, so taking all of the highest powered terms here, so I'd have 4 times 2n cubed over n cubed. And here I would have 8 over n, and then this is minus 8 over n squared. All right, let's do it. Take the limit as n goes to infinity. So I'll get 6. Those n's will cancel, so I'll get plus a 4. Come on in. And then cancel here. I'll get a minus 8. And there it is. So 10 minus 8 is 2, the exact area under the curve.